Parks of Calm Waters Cloud Accounting, and today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022. I'm date stamping this because yesterday I did a webinar with some app partners that I lean heavily on, one of them being Dext and the other one being Financial Sense. And the webinar was all about how do we collect client documentations and get information from our clients in the most seamless manner using those two applications together. And I made one misstep in it, and then I rethought some processes. Because like all of you, when I noodle through things with other people, I see things from a different point of view. And there were some questions in the chat that led me to rethink the systems I was using. And the reason they led me to that is because I thought I had done a good job of this system, and I tested it and it worked great for me. But I missed one step in it, and I'll get to what that step was later and why I think I need to rework it. Okay, so the thing that I did not do was I did not describe what my app partners were. I made the assumption that people came to this webinar knowing what these apps were, and now they just wanted to see how to use them together. So I didn't do that. One of them was a product called Dext, and Dext automates data collection. Clients can email in, scan in through an app, drag and drop, or have fetched documents, source documents. They can put bank statements in there. They can put loan information documents, any kind of paperwork that you need from a client, I gather in Dext. And then Dext does some magic work with those applications. So Dext, let's just go here for a second. I'm going into archive because this is already dealt with. Dext takes those documents and reads the information from them, and then you can code them, but Dext also learns to code them, and you can create supplier rules. And then you can sort and filter by many different ways to see the information that you want. So essentially, I'm not sure if that's one word or two. Yeah, it's two. So essentially, Dext does all the heavy lifting of extracting the data and then creating folder systems or finding the documentation easily. It takes all of that heavy lifting off of your plate. And then it also can publish over to QuickBooks Online or Xero or QuickBooks Desktop. And so that information can then be sent over if that's how you choose to do that in your workflow. Or you can use it simply to collaborate with your clients so that you actually see the documentation. And so that's how I use Dext with my clients. And then Financial Sense is essentially, it's my task manager. It has all of the things that I need to do to get through my client work. There's lists, you can have descriptions. There's, let's just see what the description is in here. You can have descriptions. You can assign them to tasks to people. You can time track. You can then create client tasks. And this is what the discussion was going to be yesterday, is what am I doing if I can request things through Financial Sense and I want everything to land in Dext, how do I do that together? And so first I'm going to go back to what are my main outcomes that I am trying to achieve using these two applications. So my outcome for Dext is that I have all the paperwork in one place, that I can use it to know what I need to know about. Same problem we always have, right? And then in my case, I do publish it over to QuickBooks Online. Some people don't, they just use it to collaborate. And then finally, I want this information to land back with my client. I want my clients to always have control of their source documents. So in the event that they don't need me anymore, there's an outage of some sort, that they have control of them. So one of the things that you can do is you can set up file storage. And I've set this one up for this client, aka my husband, so that he is downloading to Dropbox in real time. It's on auto backup, and the first time you can back them all up. Here's what it looks like when you don't already have set up. So these are the options that you have. So ultimately, the outcome that I want to achieve, sorry, I'm bouncing around a little bit, is when I am using these two systems together, is I want all documents to wind up indexed. I want it to be really easy for my client to do that, especially when I am doing a month-end close and I may not have everything that I need from them. And the last thing I want to do is I want to take myself out of the nagging process. I want to be able to send them a note that says automatically, when it comes to the beginning of the month, these are your tasks. Please get them done. So get your bank statements to me. Let me know about these last niggling things that I don't know about. Make sure your payroll has been run. Whatever the tasks are that I want them to do, I want that note to go out automatically from Financial Sense. But then I want any documentation to come back into Dext for me, because I want a closed loop system where everything is in one place. Now, Financial Sense has made this somewhat easy for me now, in that I can customize the upload button. And this is where things went a little bit sideways on the process that I was creating. So what I did was, you can fetch documents within Dext. So ultimately, my clients are pretty good about putting everything into Dext, but sometimes at the end of the month, they forget to do that. We send them a list of what we need, and then we want them to have easy access to uploading them. So in Dext, one of the ways you can make that easy is Dext will actually fetch things from a Dropbox, a dedicated Dropbox. So you can also fetch invoices from places. Am I fetching anything? Just TELUS in here. But TELUS is a wireless company up here in Canada. So for some of my clients, this is very robust. I'm fetching a lot in here. But you can also have them upload to Dropbox. And so I thought I would be a real smarty pants, and I would make it easy for my clients that they didn't have to log into Dext for those last few things that I wanted to request. So I used my Dropbox link in Financial Sense so that my clients had an upload button to add the documents, because I thought it was going to be easy since they didn't really have to log into Dropbox. Because when I tested this process, I was already logged into Dropbox. So it was really easy for me. So you see the misstep I made there? I didn't thoroughly test that process because I was already logged into Dropbox when I tested it. I went, wow, this is easy for them. They can just drag something into Dropbox. They don't have to log back into Dext. And what I forgot was my clients may not always be logged into Dropbox, and they're going to have to log into Dropbox anyways. So after the session yesterday, a few people had asked me, so why are you using Dropbox, and then you're using Dext, and then you're using Financial Sense? I thought I had that closed loop system that it was going to be really easy for my client to do it. And then when I noodled through it later over cocktails in the evening, because I need a life if that's what I'm thinking about at night, I realized I wasn't actually making it easier, because I was no longer being consistent that the client simply goes to Dext for everything. I was adding in a new process. So what I did this morning was I changed it, and I put in the Dext login, so that what happens, I'm going to show you this in a minute. What happens is the client goes to upload something. It gets them to open up Dext now, which is where they have been pretty good at putting things. They have to log into Dext, and then, but most of them, and this is the missing piece also for me, most of them, I have worked with them on a password management app. So it's actually fairly easy for them to log in. They're not looking for their password for this. So I changed it so that they now have an upload button that goes directly back into Dext, so that absolutely all of their stuff winds up in Dext. And I have now removed that one weird little thing that I put in there, Dropbox. For those of you that haven't started using this system, you can disable the client uploads if you just need information from them. And you can either have it come straight into a project. So when I am in Financial Sense, when I'm onboarding a client and I just need those documents once and I need them in there and I don't really need them hanging around indexed, maybe some of these clients, I do project work and some of them may not actually have DEXed. And I just need them to upload what I need to clean up, books, a couple of last bank statements, trial balance, that kind of thing. But mostly I am loving this new customize the upload destination button. And now you're probably saying to yourself, okay, Cal, so what does that look like from the client side? It looks like this. This is exactly what it looks like for the client. So when you send a notification, so that's pretty fun, right? Nice and easy. And then actually in my real one, this is a test account, in here it would say, please make sure you check off all tasks. And the reason that I want to do this, to make these requests in Financial Sense, is it's automated. It's a magic link. So it comes into their email and then they can open it up using a code that is then sent to them. So it's a seamless experience. And then Financial Sense actually pings me when the client has done what I need them to do. So I don't actually need to go and keep looking in QuickBooks Online for bank updates, bank feed updates, or DEX to make sure that they've uploaded things. I can wait until I get a notification that the client has done what I have asked them to do. So that's why I want to use Financial Sense for that. And it looks like this. We've got manage notifications. You can send a notification now. You can schedule them. So for weekly bookkeeping, I want one to go out at the beginning of the week. We do client books on Tuesdays. And so on Mondays, I want a reminder going out telling them to please check your bank feed connection and make sure that it's running smoothly and fix it if it's not. I can send the reminders so that it reminds them to keep doing that. So I like to call that automagical nagging. And then I have a continuum of where that discussion goes on. And then there is also a client chat that when we're in a project and they are uploading things or they have questions, they can chat in there, and it is in real time. So right now you can see that this is what it looks like and it matches what's in here. But let's say that I want to add a task. So I'm going to add a test task. So even if I've sent it out to my client, I can still update it in real time. And I will say, hello, beautiful world. And I probably spelled it wrong. Hello, beautiful world. And I can send that. And you will notice that over here, we have now added things in real time. That's kind of magic for me. So at any rate, I just wanted to have a quick discussion on why I love collaborating with other accounting professionals, because I thought I had created this system that was going to make things really easy for my client. And then when I got to discuss it with some of the people in the webinar yesterday, and they asked me questions about why I was doing something some way, I got to realize that they were kind of right on that, and that I had put my spin on it with the whole Dropbox thing. So collaborating with accountants is beautiful, is it not? At any rate, again, I'm Kelly Parks of Calm Waters Cloud Accounting, and I hope you all have a great day.